Good morning. This is Dave Johnston with Day Trade the Markets. We're looking at a 2-minute chart of the December gold contract. Just been filled short here for 2 contracts. You can see we've got other resting orders up here for another 4 contracts at 2 different prices. So expecting this area to act as a resistance, we've gone up and hit 65, which was the overnight high, 1265. So a really good amount of buying in here. Early in the session, you can see we've got a very, very large range green bar here, which is our second strongest aggressive buying. Then we got a blue bar here, which is our strongest aggressive buying. Did not make a new high, however. And so I placed a sell stop 1 tick below here, but I'm really trying to get short up in this area, which is where the first bit of selling came in after the high was made today. We have an area going into today looking towards up 65 area and perhaps even a little bit higher as a good resistance. And as I said, 65 was the overnight high. So there's some resistance up in here. And I'm really thinking that this market here could fall off quite nicely and even perhaps close this gap. You can see that we've got a gap here. This is this the high? Yeah, high from yesterday. So here's our gap up, and I really do think that this market's going to come in here and test this gap, maybe even close the gap. So that's the trade we're looking at right now. I'm going to go ahead and place a buy stop for these contracts should we get filled on these other 4. And I'm going to go ahead and place that, I think, up at 64. Let's see, this high on this bar is what, at 63.80? Yeah, so 64.10. I'm going to place the protective buy stop. There we go. Okay, so we'll just let that sit for now. As far as buying any of these back, the first one to be bought back, probably around this gap low area in here. We're short from 62.30. I do really think I'm going to go ahead and put it in at 60.30. Because I do think it's at least going to probe into this gap, and who knows, maybe even down towards the end of it. So I'm going to put another order in here, buy limit close to the low of the gap, and just if it should make a new low in here. So that's starting to move a little bit more in our favor now. So we'll just leave it like that. I think what I will do though is let's see. Yeah, I probably need to adjust this stop down to 4 because I'm going to leave those contracts in there, see if they get filled. But I'm going to go ahead. We're short from 2 right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put in a protective buy stop. I guess at break even. Yeah, we'll put it right at break even. I'll just mark it in up here and drag it down. Buy stop 2, and I'll just bring this down to break even. And that's at 62.30. Yeah, we'll just put it right at break even for now because it's moved $1 or so. You know, let's see, short from 62.30 and now down to 61. So yeah, it's moved over $1 in our favor, so that's good. Let's see if it can make a new low here. If it's really struggling with this, might just exit one of these 2 contracts at the market, but we'll just leave it the way it is for the moment, and I'll go ahead and pause the recording, try and keep this the duration of this recording as short as possible. So I'll just go ahead and pause the recording now and pick it up when needed. Okay, just resume the recording a couple minutes later. It has come down. We've got fill there. I should put a marker in there. I need to adjust this stop. We only have the 1 contract left now, so I would change that buy stop to 1. And I'm also going to lower that down here just above this current bar. We'll see what if we end up with a color on this bar, a paint bar. So I'll just go ahead and put in a marker here. Let's see, we'll create a few of these. Obviously we want 1. We exited there at 03, right there. And we were short, and actually still are short from 62.30, and we got out at 60.30. So, and then our next objective is down here at 1258.60, near almost the closing of the gap. So we have, okay, we do have a nice red bar here, as you can see. So that's aggressive selling. I'm just going to check the high of that bar. And the high of that bar is at 1261.50. And we have our buy stop right now at 1261.70. I'm just going to put it at 80, 3 ticks above. So that's going to lock in 5 ticks on that. And we've made, 20 ticks on that first objective. So I'm still going to leave these other orders in here for the time being. The sell limits up here at 63 area, 62.90 and 63.20. So we'll just leave those for the time being. We do have our stop in place. We got our objective. So once again, I'll go ahead and pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just restarted the recording. I'm going to lower the stop down to 1261 right here. There we go. That's just above this most recent light red aggression bar. So not as strong. This one here, I just think it's too tight. It's still, I don't want to put it just on, in other words, I don't want to put my buy stop just above this most recent pink bar, because this pink paint bar here is our lightest amount of aggression. This one here I like better because it's inside this high velocity move that you can see here. Maybe I just, if I can spread this out maybe a little bit, there we go. Sort of see it a little bit better. So that stop is back up above the gap, the early gap, and back up above where the low of this high velocity move came in, which is also a likely area of resistance. So that's going to lock in from 61 to 62, so that's 13 ticks to lock in on that second contract. So just want to bring you up to date on that, and we're still looking obviously to try and exit this second contract down here around 1258.60. So just want to bring you up to date on that. Once again, I'll pause the recording. Okay, just resume the recording. We just got stopped, so there's our marker right there. So we did not get filled down here, so I'm going to cancel that. I also canceled the other sell limits that we had up here, and it's protected by stop. So, and the reason being is that should this high velocity move be erased and the market start to trade above it, that's a rejection of selling, and in that case I would not want to be short at that time. So anyway, so we got short here, 1262.30. We got out of the first contract at 1260.30, so 20 ticks on that, and out of this second contract here on this particular trade at 1261, so 13 ticks on that, so 33 ticks. For those of you not all that familiar with trading a gold contract, it's $10 per tick, so $330 on that particular trade with the two contracts. So utilizing the day trade the market software, I think is, obviously that's what we use, and I think it really helps us pinpoint our entries, and even as far as the management of the trade is concerned. You can see I adjusted the stop according to these paint bars and so forth. So anyway, it's just an example of live trade here in the gold for Tuesday, October 18th, 2016. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.